Formulas that stop bleeding. Jiao eye tongue, acai gelatin and mugwort decoction. Jiao 6 grams, Ai 9 grams, Shengdi Huang 12 grams, Dangwei 9 grams, Chuanshong 6 grams, Xiaoyao 12 grams, Gansao 6 grams. Nourishes the blood, stops bleeding, regulates menstruation, and calms the fetus. The indications are abdominal pain with uterine bleeding, excessive menstruation, menstruation with constant spotting, postpartum bleeding, bleeding during pregnancy, bleeding of a blood that is pale and thin and without clots, accompanied by weakness and soreness of the lower back, dull complexion. The tongue is pale with a thin white coating and the pulse is thin and frail. Other indications are a tendency towards cold, also there is injury and deficiency of the penetrating and conception vessels. Cautions and contraindications. Do not use when there is abnormal bleeding due to heat. The Western medical illness where to apply this formula is dysfunctional uterine bleeding. Also can be used for threatened miscarriage and habitual miscarriages, postpartum uterine bleeding. Prolonged lochia can also be used for other bleeding such as a bleeding peptic ulcer or bleeding hemorrhoids. Some modifications are for restless fetus disorder add ganjiang. For simultaneously occurring qi deficiency add dangshen and huangqi. For bleeding during pregnancy remove chuanshong and add baizhu, duzhong, and sangjisheng. For a simultaneous spleen deficiency, take it together with guipitang. Huaihuasan, Sephora japonica flower powder. All ingredients: dry fried huaihua 12 grams, chow baye 12 grams, jingjie sui 6 grams, bran fried jjique 6 to 9 grams. Cools the intestines, stops bleeding, disperses wind, and promotes the movement of qi. The indications are bright red bleeding from the rectum during defecation, usually before passing of stool, but sometimes after passing of stools. Hemorrhoids, hemorrhoids with bright red blood, or hemorrhoids with dark red bleeding. Tongue is red and pulse is wiry and rapid, or soggy and rapid. This formula can be used for amoebic dysentery, can also be used for IBD or ulcerative colitis, can be used for hemorrhoids and anal fissures and rectal prolapse. Some modifications are to increase the ability to stop bleeding, substitute jingjiatan for jingjiesui. For severe heat in the large intestine, add huanglian and huangbai. For liver heat, pouring downward, add Kushin, Huangqin, Jitsi, and Qingdai. For chronic or profuse rectal bleeding, add Diyu and Hai Piao Shao. For chronic bleeding causing blood and qi deficiency, add Dangui and Renshin and Huangqi, Gegen, and Shengma. For bleeding hemorrhoids, add Diyu and Huangqin. For ulcerative colitis, substitute Baishao for Jike and add Diyu, Baiji, Hai Piao Shao, and Huangqin. For amoebic dysentery, combine it with Baitu Wengtang.